Hello, thank you for joining us today for a mega Motorsports Monday. I'm John Potts from Vance Hines, and Angelle will be with us shortly. So let me just give you a quick intro. I'm super honored to be part of this show today. Normally I'm involved with all of our great products, our air intakes, fuel management systems, and exhaust systems. But today I get the honor of kicking off this incredible racing journey that we're starting for 2021. As you guys know, Vance Hines has been involved with racing since day one, since 1979. Terry Vance and Byron Hines racing and working together, creating an incredible partnership that spawned countless championships for them and other race teams across the NHRA and Pro Stock motorcycle. Byron has always been the mechanical genius, and Terry was the incredible rider. And the company's 40-plus years of racing are nothing in comparison to the excitement that we have for 2021 with the NHRA that we're focusing on today. We're excited to follow up on the announcement that a lot of you have already seen about our 2021 Pro Stock Motorcycle Quest. The team's quest for the championship wouldn't be possible without the great new partnership that Vance Hines now has with Mission Foods. For those of you who don't know, Mission Foods is an incredible global company that is the world's best seller in chips, wraps, tortillas, you name it. All of us have a lot of their products already, and I know I've enjoyed them for years. But the best part about Mission is their incredible passion for motorsports already. If you follow Mission, they already have a partnership with Arrow McLaren SP, and now, of course, Vance Hines. So for most companies in racing, that would be a pretty big deal. But we have a lot more going on, and we're so fortunate about that. Think about it. So we've got our quest for the 2021 championship. We've signed a passionate partner with Mission Foods with global reach in over 112 countries. And we recently announced our new Suzuki 4-valve head just last week that's allowed for competition in the NHRA. And that motor was completely designed and developed at Vance Hines, with Andrew Hines leading the charge in the engineering, and Byron Hines, obviously helping out and advising. And there's more, because we have the pilot of this new team who you are all waiting to talk with is NHRA's winningest female, fourth on the charts and overall for Pro Stock motorcycle. 43 Wallies and 3 championships, Angelle Sampey. So we have Angelle, who will be joining us live today for our Motorsports Monday. And we're also connected with Mission Foods. So Angelle, let's get you on board and talk a little bit about the quest for 2021.
Hey, everybody. Hey, John. This is
Hi,
exciting.
Angelle. Yeah,
I'm very excited. I feel like there's a rock star knocking on my door, and I'm trying to keep my calm right now. But if I showed you how excited I am, I'd be jumping up and down and screaming right now. So I'm really happy to be here today.
Yeah. So Angelle, last year you had some incredible teammates. Had an incredible team. So tell us about what's going to happen this year.
My mind was blown a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember how long it was when Terry called me and asked me, did I want to drive the Vance Hines Mission Foods Suzuki. I was trying to come to terms with the fact that I thought my career was finally over, and I needed to decide which route I wanted to go with my life. And literally that day, I was driving home from dropping my kids off at school, and I started to think to myself, I need to make a decision what I want to do with my life from here on out, because racing is probably over. And I just was consumed with sadness and disappointment, and just trying to figure out how was I going to fill the void. And that afternoon, my phone rings, and it's Terry, and he's like, I need to ask you a question. And he says, are you interested in driving a Vance Hines Suzuki? He didn't actually tell me about Mission at that moment, because he was making sure everything was going to be finalized. But he couldn't finish his question, and I was already like, yes, yes, yes. Just like when they asked me to join the team 2 years ago, my answer was yes before I could hear anything else. I was just so excited.
Yeah, and you had an incredible team last year, but I think we've topped it this year, Angelle. I mean, last year you had two guys that you competed against, and this year they're part of your team.
It's going to be a little different this year. So I know that there's a couple of people out there that aren't aware that our Harley deal ended. Harley Davidson departed from NHRA drag racing as well as the flat track racing. And it was devastating to me because I was always dreaming of racing one of those Harley Davidsons and looking forward to it for, well, not looking forward to it, but just wishing that I could do it. And then when that opportunity came up, it was a dream come true for me. Not only to be on a Harley Davidson, but to be with Vance and Hines and to race against my biggest rivals, which was Andrew and Eddie. And so when that deal ended this just a few months ago, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I have been invited to go back to my roots. I started racing a Suzuki when I was 6 years old. I used to go by the name Suzuki Girl. So when Terry invited me to race a Vance and Hines Suzuki, I was just overwhelmed. And yes, it's going to be so different this year because my biggest rivals, Andrew and Eddie, of course, is my number one rival, are now going to be my crew chiefs. So I won't be racing against them. I'll be racing 100% for them and with them. They won't have the distraction of riding themselves and, all the things that go into being a driver and tuning the motorcycles. They will be 100% focused on my motorcycle, my engine, and me. And I just am so excited to see what the two of them will be able to do with that. Andrew, he tuned my motorcycle 100% last year. Eddie tuned his own, and Andrew had his own motorcycle as well, but he was also racing. And he, as you know, he does a fantastic job. I mean, he's the winningest racer in pro stock motorcycle history. And now the only thing he has to focus on is one motorcycle and one driver, and that'll be mine. And I'm feeling a little selfish because I'm so excited about that. I want Andrew and Eddie to be racing as well, and I know they want to be racing as well, and we're still hoping and planning on that happening in the future. But for now, I'm going to be greedy and selfish and enjoy having both of them being 100% behind me.
That's incredible. So tell me a little bit about, obviously you mentioned you started racing on a Suzuki at what, 6 years old?
6 years old, yeah.
6 years old. Tell me the difference between the Harley and the Suzuki, because I know when we first started with the Harley, it was a challenge.
It was definitely the most difficult thing I've done in my motorcycle career. Fortunately for me, I had the best of both worlds with Harley Davidson and Suzuki. At 3 years old, my dad owned a Harley Davidson. He's owned Harley Davidsons all his life. So I've ridden them all of my life. Started at 3 on the motorcycle with my dad, against my mom's wishes, of course, but he would ride me around the block on the bike. But my first motorcycle that I owned was an RM50 Suzuki. So I motocross raced that for quite some time. Moved up to an 80. My brother raced, my dad, all my cousins. We were a huge motocross family. So I was on Suzukis. I started my drag racing career on a Suzuki, did very well. I won 3 world championships with that and won lots and lots of races. But like I said, that Harley Davidson was right there. That was the one that was the toughest one to beat, was Andrew and Eddie's Harleys. And I just would always think, if I could drive one, I wonder what I could do on it. And here I am thinking they're so powerful and they're so awesome and they're so beautiful that if I could get one, I'm just going to set the world on fire. So then the opportunity arises and I get to race a Harley Davidson, and then I find out that it's not the easiest thing in the world. So the challenge of learning how to operate that machine was a tough one. And just when things were coming together, it ended for me. So now I'm going back to Suzuki. I couldn't be more excited because most of my career was on a Suzuki. I'm just excited to get back behind that full fairing and out of the wind and go back to what I used to do on that. It's a total different riding style. There's a lot more finesse that has to be put into a Suzuki. The Harley, I had to manhandle it down the racetrack, or woman handle it, whichever way you want to put it. But I had to struggle. Yeah. But the Suzuki is a little. It's mostly like my mom used to say when she would watch me ride my Suzuki in the past, that she wanted me to be a ballerina, and my dad wanted me to be a motorcycle racer, and my mom got a ballerina on a motorcycle, because she said it just looked like I was flowing, just finesse and flowing and doing ballet. So I can't wait to get back on it. I hope it all comes back really quickly. I hope I'm able to drive it as well as I used to, and maybe I can learn to. Cause the thing I'm afraid of actually is I had to struggle and fight that Harley so much, and I don't want to overcorrect the Suzuki, so I'm going to have to find that happy balance between the two, and I just hope that doesn't take a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be a natural. You'll be right back on it, and we'll find out here pretty soon in March. But one other thing about this Suzuki's got Andrew's brand new 4-valve head.
Yeah, that is, I'm a little bit nervous about that because Vance and Hines is so amazing. I mean, I have said it multiple times over the last 2 years, how amazed I am with who they are and what they've done, the history they have in the sport, the knowledge they have between Byron and Terry and now Andrew and Matt Hines and Eddie and everybody else at the shop, and just the capabilities that they have. I mean, they're 100% in-house. They can do anything and everything, which is a good thing for me because they can customize everything for me right there in-house, and a lot of things need to be changed from me. But that engine in particular, they've been working on it for quite some time now, and I know Andrew's done a lot of it with the help of his dad and Matt, like I said, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be powerful. I know that it's around 400 horsepower. It's lighter than the 2-valve. Oh, it's a 4-valve, by the way, and it's lighter than the 2-valve. It's very high tech. It's just going to be a lot of fun to see Andrew and Eddie working with that. So I know they're also going to have a little bit of a learning curve and a little bit of a challenge because they've been tuning Harley Davidsons for quite a while. So now they get to go back to Suzuki's and see what they can do with that. So the first few races will be interesting for sure. I'm just hoping that luck will be on our side and we can bring home some wins right away.
Yeah, you've got this. This is going to be amazing, Angelle. I can't wait to go to Gainesville and see you dominate. Tell us a little bit about Gainesville and some of your history there.
Gainesville actually is a very special place for me. It holds a spot in my heart for sure when it comes to drag racing. I started my career there. When I attended Frank Hawley's drag racing school, when I decided I wanted to race pro stock motorcycles, I attended the school in Gainesville. So my first pass on a pro stock motorcycle was down the Gainesville Raceway. I learned a lot there. We did a lot of testing and then lots of races. The Gainesville race for the pro stock motorcycles was always our season opener. This year, thanks to coronavirus and the way last year went and things have been pushed back, it's the season opener for NHRA as a whole. But for my 20-plus career, Gainesville was where we started every season. So it was so exciting to get there in March, after a long off season. Couldn't wait to get to Gainesville. It's a huge, there's a lot of fans in Gainesville for pro stock bikes. Some tracks, they really love the Top Fuel, love everything else. But Gainesville in particular, we have a very large following for pro stock motorcycles, and it's always exciting to be there. So Gator Nationals, I'm from Louisiana where there's lots of gators here. So when I go there, Florida and Louisiana are so similar. The weather's the same, and I'm just as happy as I can be. And I can tell you what, I didn't think I was going there this year. I was planning on what am I going to do the weekend of the Gators to make sure that I'm not in a deep depression. And now I know what I'm doing the weekend of the Gators. I'll be racing my Vance Hines Mission Foods Suzuki.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Gainesville is where everybody goes to see the motorcycles race. And like you said, this year, everybody is going to start off at Gainesville, and it'll be quite a crowd. So we're excited about it. Would you say, Angelle, you're on a mission this year to make a difference?
It's funny you say that because, ever since this whole social media thing has gotten big, for quite some time. When I first started my career, there was no such thing as social media. I've always tried to decide if I like it or if I don't like it, because the haters can get on there and say what they want. But it's an awesome way to keep in touch with my fans and keep them posted on what's going on. I've become friends with fans through social media. But one of the things I have done quite a bit with my posting in the past was #mission, because I'm always on a mission, whether it's mission for health. I go to the gym. I'm right now, since this news came out, my trainer, Kelly, has me in the gym at 4 a.m. every day. So she's on a mission to get me back in shape. I'm on a mission to win races. So I'm just on a mission. I just feel like my whole life I've been on some kind of a mission. And so I've used #mission quite a bit in the past. And then this happens. So it's like everything comes full circle with me. I mean, who would have thought that I would end up with Mission Food as my backing for racing this season? And not to mention the fact that my family absolutely loves the product. We stock Mission tortillas. Everybody in my family has their favorite. Mine is the protein. My husband loves the spinach low carb. My daughter loves the regular flour ones. And my other daughter loves the Hawaiian sweet roll one. They just, everybody has it. So we're always stocked with Mission. You can see I got a bag of the strips right here. And we are, like I said earlier, from Louisiana, where we absolutely love to eat. And everything we cook here at home, even though it's Cajun style, goes perfectly on a wrap. So this, I've always wanted to be with a sponsor that I can relate to, that I could be proud to promote. And this is definitely one that hits home with me. So it's just a perfect fit for me. I'm on a mission.
You're on a mission. We're on a mission. We're on a mission for 2021. And we're excited to have you back on the team and having Mission as part of our partner for this. I'm elated. It's going to be an incredible season, and I can't wait for Gainesville. It can't happen soon enough.
I know. Let me tell you, like, I've only known about this whole deal just a little bit of time, but the wait to make the announcement today was about to kill me. I wasn't able to tell anybody. So, I mean, even my PR girl from last year, Natalie, sent me a text message saying, hey, thanks for the heads up, girl. I'm like, I couldn't tell anybody, and it was killing me. So today is one happy day. I can finally talk about it. I can tell my friends, my family, my fans, hey, everybody, yes, I am coming back. I'm racing again this year, because that's been the biggest question. Hey, Angelle, what are you doing? Are you racing this year? And I didn't even answer anybody because I didn't know what to say, and I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. But today is the day that we can finally talk about it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Angelle. We look forward to Gainesville and the entire 2021 season. NHRA, you're going to bring the mission to NHRA, another championship. Thank you.
I'm very excited. Another thing I want to add really quickly is I started searching Mission's website, and I saw that they have tons and tons of recipes. So I'm always looking for ideas to do social media, and I can't wait to try these recipes. So I was thinking maybe I could do some live stuff or share my favorite recipes and stuff like that. So I'm just so excited. I want to say thank you to Mission Foods for coming on board with us. I can't wait to meet you guys and get to know you all. Thank you for your support in all forms of motorsports, but especially in the NHRA now. You're going to love our fans. They're super loyal, brand loyal, and I'm so excited that you're going to get to experience that with us. And most of all, more importantly than anything in the world, I want to thank Terry Vance and Byron Hines for having me back this year. Every time it got close, the end of the first season, the end of the second season, I would just pray and hope that they were going to have me back. And I didn't think it was going to happen this year. And I couldn't be more proud and more overjoyed at the fact that I'm the one that they chose to ride the Suzuki. I have to thank Eddie and Andrew. The last 2 years have been wonderful with them. I can't wait to race with them again this year. The whole rival with Eddie has been so fun, and this year's going to be really interesting. Like I said, I don't have to race against him. I have to listen to him, though. So, and then everybody else at the shop at Vance Hines, Ray, who drives our truck, and all the guys that work on everything. I have been truly blessed to be a part of this team. And if you can't tell how happy and appreciative and excited I am right now, then I will definitely work on it and make sure you know before we even get to Gainesville. I'm happy, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angelle. We're excited. This is going to be great.
Thanks for having me, John. This has been fun.
Thank you.